This is the image most Americans have of people dancing in the first half of the 20th century. This is the image most Americans have of blacks dancing in the first half of the 20th century. The truth is, black Americans danced ballroom as much as most other Americans for much of the 20th century. Before the Savoy Ballroom was the home of Lindy Hop, it was the home of ballroom dancing in Harlem. In 1950, Harlem had its first cotillion debutante ball at the Rockland Plaza Ballroom. There were 52 girls presented before an audience of over 4,700 attendees. They weren't dancing the Lindy Hop that night. Ironically, most Americans do not realize that the majority of classical ballroom dances have black roots. Samba, rumba, cha-cha, foxtrot, quick-step, and jive all originate in one way or another from the descendants of African slaves. However, also for much of the 20th century, America was a country deeply divided by race. The mass media in this country, Hollywood in particular, had a well-ingrained stereotype for African Americans, and ballroom dancing was not part of that script. There were those, however, who tried to rewrite the script. From 1933 until 1946, Margo Webb and Harold Norton performed on the African American vaudeville circuits of nightclubs and theaters in the Northeast and the Midwest. Known professionally as Norton and Margo, they were one of the few African American ballroom dance teams in history. Had they been Lindy Hoppers, tap dancers, or an exotic act, they might have gained greater opportunities in white show business. However, because they adapted what was considered a white repertoire, the doors to greater show business success were closed for them. Today, while the ravages of racism and discrimination have mostly subsided, the stigma remains, as there are still very few black Americans who take up classical ballroom dancing either professionally or socially.